Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, or it should be Dead Reckoning Part 2. You can't change the name of them. Well, Tom Cruise doesn't change the name of his movies after he releases them.
I mean,
After they've been released.
technically this is part one
I,
of the the Mission Stitch weekend.
Stitch Possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this you get Final Reckoning. You get the conclusion of Tom Cruise versus AI.
Yeah, I think they do say Final Reckoning during the movie.
They say it like 5 times. They say
So
the
boom.
Final Reckoning. This is your Final Reckoning. No, it's the
Final
Final
Reckoning.
Reckoning. It's I just always find it very. I just always find it very weird. I just always find it very weird when a movie's been released, you know it by a name, and then they rename it. Because they renamed the Dead Reckoning Part 1 to just Dead Reckoning. Now this one's the Final Reckoning or Final Reckoning. But nonetheless, you get a more serious Mission Impossible.
No,
Right?
I mean, they're all serious.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
and
more serious and a lot. It's the first hour is boring. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Get
I don't
outta
think
here.
I don't think
no,
this is the.
I just think they just try to make everything from the past. Like, hey, we're gonna verbally tell you that it's connected. Then like, and no, they just
Yeah, there's
it's
a
about
lot of
exposition.
it's an exposition dump for the first like almost hour. This movie's 2 hours and 49 minutes long.
That's why I
but
think this movie is good for people that have never seen
yeah,
any Mission
but
Impossible.
but I've seen all of them. Right, I've seen all of them, and I like the Mission Impossible movies.
It's good for them, but for me, it's just fucking boring.
No. So
I didn't think it was boring, but
the first
proceed.
the first hour to me, because of all that exposition dump, because the problem is for me, it's that you have this person telling the story, like what's supposed to happen, then you have this other person telling the same thing. They kind of repeat a lot of the same stuff at the beginning to make sure you're following. It's a lot of that. Very little action at the beginning and a lot more talking, not nonstop.
Hey, this ain't a Jason Statham movie.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All the other Mission Impossible movies found a way to make it.
Nah.
That's Jason Bourne.
Have you seen the first Mission Impossible?
No, the first one, because that's a way different movie than the other ones. They found the groove in making these movies. Like they found their flow. And yeah, by part 3,
with 2.
Well, part two.
No, you know what? I think I'm in the minority here. I actually like 2.
Yeah,
I like the John Woo movie.
Yeah,
I have no complaints of that one.
I mean, that's just an action movie to be an action movie. They have motorcycle kung fu.
Yeah.
But it's even then, like, this is not a whole. I didn't hate this movie. I just thought the first hour was very, very slow, right? Very slow. Because it had to fill everything in. They had to dump a lot of exposition, a lot of story, a lot of plot in the very beginning of the movie, but just explain it, right? You start to catch up from the last movie, but then you also had we have to explain kind of all the past movies. We have to explain all of that, and
it's
you have
flashback
to
heavy.
and you have a lot of flashbacks, and you have to follow it by looking at Tom Cruise's ugly hair in this one. His hair looked bad in this movie.
Don't hate on his hair.
No. It's just it was like that weird hair, like it's in between getting a good length and like was cut. It just looked very cavemanish.
His nose looks a little off to me. Am I alone in that one?
But when you watch the movie, like you could
I was
see
watching the movie. I wasn't watching him.
So when
I don't know if
it's
the movie.
I don't know if you saw in your screening, but did they have like a little clip of Tom Cruise saying thank you for coming to the movies and all this other stuff in your screening, Edgar?
I got there a little late.
Oh, so in our screening, Tom Cruise comes out at the beginning. Thank you for coming to theaters. Final Reckoning, blah, blah, introducing the movie. Mm-hmm. He looks old, and as soon as the movie starts, he now doesn't look that old. So the power of makeup in movies, because he didn't look
they
that.
Used that Michael Jackson blur that they did for the 30th.
The vitiligo. They gave Tom Cruise vitiligo.
What is he, Osiris now?
Uh-huh. but again,
dude playing
this
the dude disguised as another dude.
see, but the thing about this movie is like it's Mission Impossible. It's Mission Impossible. These movies are meant to be like action and all this other stuff, and it has to have some sort of centerpiece after. Like, well, was it part 3 or part 4 where he starts doing like specific stunts and they focus the marketing on the specific stunts?
Yeah.
But the movie doesn't revolve around that. This one, I feel like they had these stunts and they built like, let's tell the story around these. Like, we're gonna get to these stunts, right?
I mean, the best
I
moment
was-
in this
I don't
whole
know.
movie was the sub moment.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say that the submarine, the whole submarine thing, or that whole sequence.
But there
Huh?
are action scenes. There are fights
There's
all
there's,
over the
like,
place.
No, not compared to the other ones. Like, not compared to the other like mission. I
Yeah.
don't know what it
Well,
was about this movie.
I think it had the same amount as before, except there's way more talking in this and more flashback thought. That's
Maybe
it's like,
I think maybe
I think
that's
that's-
it, because I found myself saying, okay, this is a like, when it gets to like the plane or the submarine stuff, I was like, wow, this is good. Like, Tom, like, they know what they're doing here.
The end of
But
the
then
movie.
yeah.
but then it's like you spent a whole almost hour at the beginning just flashbacking, talking, two people telling the same exact thing at the same time. They go back and they explain again what has to happen. They just keep repeating like a lot of the stuff in the movie. Like, oh, okay, you've already said that. Why are you repeating that?
But
We
I
have to
thought
do
that was
this?
a cool scene with the when they're talking.
Yeah, I not for me. But again, I'm not gonna say this.
Yeah,
is
no,
a
you don't like
horror-
it when I talk when you're talking.
You don't like
either.
talking movies, period, bro.
You're not
but
fan
this,
of talkies
You just like the lights and the colors.
and Spice
well,
Girls.
yeah, it's fun. No, see, but I'm not like completely criticizing this movie. It's a horrible movie. Like, once it picks up steam, it's enjoyable. Like, I enjoyed the submarine sequence. I was like, damn. Like, I don't know how Tom Cruise is gonna make it out of this alive. Not Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, because
Mhm.
there has to be some damage he does to himself, like doing these things, doing all these
Oh,
stunts.
I bet you he has night terrors. That's
Something. But I was like in that submarine with all those nukes and filling up with water. I thought that was a great sequence. The plane sequence, yes, it's all in the marketing. That one I've already seen a lot of, but it was still good. All of that, but again, if it feels like this is middle of the road, like it's in the middle of the rankings of all the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah, it's not
Right?
the worst.
It's not the worst, but it's not the best. But it's not a horrible like.
Which was the worst?
No. So number one, but so-
fuck John Voight. Sorry.
no. So but then
Did
you
he have
have but
ponytail in that movie? What an asshole. Sorry.
yeah, but then you have but
Or wine.
But then this, even though this is not the greatest Mission Impossible movie, it's still better than most movies. Like, Tom Cruise still knows how to make a movie.
Yeah.
I just had a problem with the first hour. Again, there's almost two additional more hours of movie to watch. If 1 hour is not the greatest, the other 2 hours can make up for it. And that's the thing. This movie's 2 hours and 49 minutes long. But it didn't like, only the first hour felt like it stretched out, but after, like when the act, like a lot of other stuff starts happening.
I mean, we were laughing a lot.
It doesn't.
Though,
That's true. This is very true. We were making a lot of jokes during the movie, but it didn't feel like it was a slog. Like, the movie did not like feel like it was slow, like it wasn't paced well. It's just the first hour of an hour full of exposition, right? And it took like 15 minutes before it even gets to the intro cutscenes, the Mission Impossible like intro card. It takes like took 15 minutes to get there. But still, this is, if for them touting this as being Tom Cruise's final Mission Impossible movie, I don't think this was the best way to go out.
I
Really?
think I think this is just me. Depending on how much money this thing makes and how the reviews and everything, he may go, Let's throw something in there extra afterwards. Let's do another one. Just for
because
no.
they really need to nail that, like the way that they made, what was it, Mission Impossible 3, or I know that was Brad Bird, but or even what was it, Fallout, like Mission, like those other ones, like they found a good groove. And Tom Cruise runs a lot in this movie. He ran for a
He
long
does.
time at the beginning of this movie.
Runs in all the movies.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he ran
no,
a
but he did a
lot in this
lot.
one.
It's like,
Did a
hey,
lot
you
of running.
know, there's a bike there. You could have just taken that thing. It's like call the cab, something, but no. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No,
could have Ubered faster.
I thought the movie was good from beginning to end. I felt no lulls, timing wise. The exposition in the beginning was fine with me. I had no qualms with the movie. I thought it was
That-
good.
That Haley Atwell though.
Yeah, so that's what I want to get to. Like now, the supporting cast, you still get Simon Pegg, you get Ving Rhames, you get Haley Atwell, you get Pom Klementov. You know, and only she's only speaking mainly French.
So
now she's part of the
her
team.
name? What's her name?
Pom Klementov.
What?
Papadopoulos?
Pom
Mantis.
Clementine.
Her name is Mantis. All right, it's easier to say Mantis.
There you go. Lady
Uh,
Pom Poms.
Yeah, no, she's good at, like, the supporting cast is really good in it, right? I liked the supporting cast. I like what they did with it. Isai Morales. Okay.
They did him
he's
dirty
the-
at the end. God damn.
Hold on. He's a mustache twirling villain. He's over the top villain. Like, he was already in the other one. Like, they really didn't give him much to do in Dead Reckoning Part 1. He was in the
Or
movie.
here,
He did,
he's barely in it.
like, and when he's in it, he is very over the top. He's
Ethan,
like,
what you
he's like a
doing,
cartoon
man?
villain, and he doesn't even sound like that. That's the worst part. He doesn't even sound like that. And that's what you expect him to sound like, and he does not sound like that. He doesn't sound anything like that. That's the worst part. And then the way
Ethan, you want to go to Lubbock, Texas?
what is he, Luis Guzman?
Oh, come on, baby, come on.
Ooh, it's so veiny.
Come on. Imagine
But then-
Luis Guzman in this, bro.
But the way he meets his demise in this movie
It's
was
hilarious.
it was hilarious and like just happened, like it felt like it was very weird the way it happened
Yeah.
in the movie. But other than that, like, this movie is carried by Tom Cruise, the whole thing. But then you have all these other little sub storylines with D'Angela Bassett as a president, Nick Offerman. You have the whole radicalized people that believe the AI is the next Messiah or whatever, that he's gonna cleanse, or all this other stuff.
Mhm.
So there's two villains, just like in the other one. In Dead Reckoning, those villains still persist. You have Isai Morales, and you have the Entity, right? The Entity. Yeah, I mean,
There's one
overall,
question I have.
mm-hmm.
Did Nick Offerman actually get shot?
Yes.
Or he
Yes.
just died of a heart attack, like
Spoiler alert.
I killed the guy.
But he
Goes
died. He
done.
died like Talia al Ghul in The Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. Overall, I think this is not the best Mission Impossible movie, but it is still better than, like, a lot of other movies that have been released. Even with that hour, like, you have to, if you've never seen Mission Impossible movies, you'll enjoy it, because they catch you up on all the things. They have to spend a lot of time tying up all the movies to this one. That's what they did. I think that was the biggest issue for me, is that's why they had to do so much exposition dumping at the beginning, is you have to connect every single one, because that's what they're doing with this one, is they're connecting from the 1996 Mission Impossible to now. All these movies are interconnected somehow. And you can tell this was never planned, and that's the reason why you have that exposition dump here, is because they have to figure it out.
It's a massive celebration of the other movies within the movie.
Yeah,
And
but it's also like,
I know. Yeah, I know.
we have to figure out how to connect this storyline to here, which connects to here, and that's what they spend a lot of time doing.
I think I agree with Oz more.
I think they don't. I don't think they had to, but I think they want to do it so people can be like, "This is our last one." All right, guys,
Mhm.
remember that?
It's been
You know, how
30
people sit there.
years.
Yeah,
But you know who they didn't acknowledge? Dougray Scott as the villain of Part 2. They showed Philip Seymour Hoffman, which in my opinion, out of all the Mission Impossible movies,
Best
he's the
villain.
best villain. He was the best villain out of all out of the whole series.
He's also the best actor of all the villains.
But dude, no, this is serious. I just sharted. I don't know what that means. I tried to fart and a little shit came out. I just sharted.
No, I mean, I would.
Why are you hating on that fight?
It's funny. It's funny, but
Well,
like-
I mean, this one didn't. I mean, like Part 2.
this one didn't have Limp Bizkit or a Metallica song.
Oh, was it? I Disappear, right?
I Disappear. That's so. I think that's one of the things I miss of the 2000s is that all these action movies had a song or two that were attached to it, and you were like, yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah,
They don't do that anymore.
Put some Godsmack on this bitch. Come on.
Yeah, we don't get no My Heart Will Go On. We
grown.
don't get any of that.
I die alone.
Yeah, I think it's a must watch though.
Yeah, and I would recommend if you're gonna watch this, find it in IMAX, find it in Dolby. We couldn't. We saw it in a regular laser theater. It still wasn't a bad thing, but I would have preferred to see this in IMAX or preferred to see this in Dolby.
Well, it was filmed with IMAX. Like that.
You know,
They
think-
say
I
that
think-
almost every movie now filmed for IMAX.
No,
filmed
no,
for
no,
IMAX.
no, no,
Get
no, no.
outta here.
Every
It's true,
Tom
though.
Cruise movie, especially with a stunt, is filmed with IMAX cameras. Why? Because he's like, if I'm gonna do this, it's gotta look good.
yeah.
See, and that's the thing. Tom Cruise, and I'll still stick to it. There's not a movie of Tom Cruise's that I completely hate. That I say this is a horrible movie. I mean, Valkyrie's a little slow, but what?
So you're gonna tell me you like Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a good movie. He runs in it. I'm just saying that like Tom Cruise knows how to make these movies. Like knows how to make a decent movie. Like even people hated on The Mummy. The Mummy's not a bad movie. Like that's the thing. Like even that this
didn't it
Mission
feel like he was
Impossible,
wearing
the
the same
final.
outfit?
Yeah. Like in this movie, he just repurposed the mummy costumes. But again, like Tom Cruise, this Mission Impossible movie is still better than a lot of other movies that are out there. It's for me, it was just that hour of exposition dumping that kind of took me out of it. But it's still a decent movie. I like the action sequences are worth going to see. Right, Tom Cruise always tries to do something else, right? He tries to do something. This time now it's like hanging off of a plane or doing that whole submarine sequence is just him by himself. There's no one else.
Yeah.
Right? There's no one else in there. Just him by
which
himself.
is why
doing it.
he's also looked at as one of the very last pure, like it's him. He's the pure superstar in this movie.
Jackie Chan.
No more Jackie Chan.
He's Jackie Chan. he's almost the same age as Jackie Chan, and he's still doing this stuff.
Yeah, but well, I mean that's I guess wasn't that
but-
like one thing that inspired him of doing all his own stunts kind of thing? It was like Jackie could do it. I can fucking do it too.
I would recommend, like I said,
and Brie
going to watch.
Larson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I would recommend going to watch this movie in Dolby or IMAX. Find it in the biggest screen possible. Final Reckoning, or
Ooh.
as I call it, Dead Reckoning Part 2. I don't care. It's always going to be Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Are they showing it in 40x?
Probably.
Because that plane scene would be cool in 40x.
Probably. If you guys saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, what did you guys think? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys agree it was an hour of unnecessary exposition?
No,
no,
or
we
too
didn't talk
long?
about that. We didn't. I mean, we already.
I agreed.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
Anna.
We'll see you guys next time.
Huh?